So my name is Carter Velasquez. I am a student orientation coordinator. And on the call with us, we have Morgan, who is the
coordinator for student engagement at Lamar.
Awesome. And Amber, who is a
orientation leader.
Perfect. So today we're just going to talk about how to get involved, especially as a transfer student, but this is good for just any new student to know. So if you have any questions during Morgan's presentation, you can just privately chat them to Amber, and then when Morgan is done, Amber's going to read your question out to Morgan, and then you'll get your answers. It'll be a good time, and I already have your names written down, so good job getting points for your team. Take it away, Morgan.
Awesome. So yes, like I said, I am the coordinator for student engagement at Lamar. So my primary role is overseeing all of our student organizations on campus. And then I also serve as our college Panhellenic Council advisor. So I can talk a little bit about Greek life too if y'all have any Greek questions. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, welcome to Lamar. We're so excited that you're here and that you've chosen to come here. We are excited to have you. Lamar is awesome. We're working on a lot of fun things for the fall for you. So welcome. I can't say that any more times. Okay, so why should you get involved? It's a really great way to meet people and connect to the campus. So people that get involved are more likely to stay on the campus because they feel connected. They have those friendships. They have people that can hold them accountable, things like that. It's a really great way to try new experiences and things. I know when I was in college, a lot of the things that I did were because I was in a student organization. I never would have done them had I not gotten involved. You can network and get personal development. So again, you have different people that you can reach out to. You have people who can be references for you later on. You have colleagues that you can call, people in your major that you can work with later on and be like, oh, I can call so-and-so from my biology class and she can help me with these notes or whatever. You have that network that you can create. Involvement also equals a higher GPA. So a lot of our student organizations have a certain GPA requirement. So by being in an organization or getting an on-campus job or any way to get involved on campus, you have to have that higher GPA. So then you also have people holding you accountable to have that GPA so that you can stay in your positions and stay in the organization and things like that. And then lastly, it's fun and exciting. You get to do so many things when you're in a student organization or get involved on campus. I met some of my best friends in my organization. I'm sure Carter and Amber could say the same things about their experiences at the end if y'all wanted to ask. But it's a great time and it's a really great way to be connected to Lamar. So I'm sure you're wondering, how do you get involved at Lamar? Because you know why you should get involved. So how do you do that? So first of all, you can go to Welcome Week events. So these will start on August 13th. I'll talk a little bit about that later. And that's a really great way to get involved. There's always free food and free stuff, and you can go and meet new friends. Freshman games will happen during that time, right? Yes, okay. So you can hang out with your teams. Another great way to get involved is going to the involvement fair. So there will be two different options. And there will be 60 of our student organizations there, and that's a really great time for you to meet with them, see what kind of requirements they have to be involved in that organization, and things like that. And then join an organization. That's one way to get involved. So you went to the involvement fair, you were at the Week of Welcome events, and now you're like, I know I want to be in this org. So go join that org, do that. But if you don't want to join an org yet, you can also keep going to campus events. So that's a really great way to get involved. There are a ton of different organizations that put events on all semester. A lot of different departments put events on. So go to campus events. Again, there's probably free food, free stuff, free things. So go anywhere there's free stuff, go. You can get an on-campus job. So if you're looking for a job, a really great way to get involved on campus is to get an on-campus job. I have found that on-campus jobs are a lot more flexible with your school schedule than an off-campus job would be, because we all know that you're here to go to school. That's your first priority. So you can probably have more leniency to study, go meet with your group. But that's another way to get involved on campus, because if you have an on-campus job, you now have that department that can help you. So then you have a network. You see where we're going here, y'all? Okay. Then you can also join a Greek organization. So I'll talk a little bit about Greek life later, but that's another type of org that you could do. Go to sporting events. If you like sports, I know not everybody likes sports, but sports are a really fun way to hang out with your friends and just kind of relax and chill when you've been studying a lot. You go to a football game, basketball in the spring, all the different sports that are available. Then you could join Cardinal Activities Board, which I'll talk about in a future slide. That's another great organization to do. Or you can also sign up for LU Lead, which is a great leadership opportunity, and we'll talk about that in a minute as well. So the different types of organizations that we have club sports. We have a ton of different club sport groups. We have women's soccer, men's soccer, baseball, women's basketball. We're trying to start a lacrosse team. We do have a cricket team. We have all sorts of sports clubs. So if you're into intramurals and sports clubs, definitely join those. We have Greek letter organizations, like I said. We also have Student Government Association, honor societies, major-based organizations. There are tons of major-based organizations. We have a ton of engineering ones. So if you're an engineering major, we've got you covered, I promise. And then we have religious and spiritual groups, as well as service organizations. And the fun thing about Lamar is that if we don't have an organization that you like, you can start your own. And I can tell you all how to do that if that's something that you're interested in. Okay, so Cardinal Activities Board is one I was talking about earlier. We call it CAB for short. Cardinal Activities Board plans events for all LU students. Everything that they do is free to you. So if they have a concert, it would be free. If they had a comedian come, it would be free. Any food that's at their events, any giveaways, it's all free. It's a super great organization. They do late night events. They plan a lot of the homecoming events, and pretty much any type of event you could possibly think of, they plan. They have quite a few events during Week of Welcome. So if you are interested in seeing what Cardinal Activities Board is all about, definitely check out some of their Week of Welcome events. And the really cool thing about CAB is not only can you just go to their events, but if you think event planning is something that you'd be interested in, you can actually join their volunteer board and help them plan those events and help them put the events on. It's a lot of fun. I did that in grad school and I loved it. So definitely encourage you to do that if you think event planning is something you'd be interested in. And it's another great way to meet people, because if they have a comedian, you might get to meet the comedian, things like that. Super awesome opportunities. And then you can also follow them on social media at Lamar U CAB to, one, learn how to apply, and then two, see all of their events and updates. So sometimes they do like polls and stuff on their Instagram. It's a lot of fun. So definitely look them up. And then next we have Greek life. So we have 4 different councils. And between those 4 councils, that's 21 different Greek organizations. They all range in different types of Greek organizations. So if you are interested in going Greek, you can go to the Lamar University website and type in Greek life. And there is information on each of the different councils, as well as an interest form that you can complete. And the prospective councils can reach out to you and give you more information. Or you can also email lugreeklife@lamar.edu. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, so Student Government Association, this is, if you were familiar in high school with your student council, it's similar to that. Our Student Government Association is the voice of the people. So this is the current board. They were just sworn in a couple months ago. So definitely encourage you to get involved with them if you are interested. Every student organization can have an SGA representative. So if you do join a student organization and you also want to be involved with SGA, ask your organization if you could be the SGA representative, and then you kind of get both opportunities. Yes. So Week of Welcome, we kind of talked about that earlier, and I'll let Carter and Amber talk about it more at the end if they have anything to add. But Week of Welcome is a fun time with a ton of events for students. We have a ton of different departments that are joining in, lots of free food. We will have different things for social distancing as well. So we are following all guidelines, but there will be a ton of events. CAB is hosting events, NSLP is having events, freshman games will be happening. It'll be a really fun time, and it'll be awesome whenever you get to Lamar because you can do all of these things and meet people and not feel like it's totally overwhelming because you're in a new place. And then LU Lead, which is I kind of talked about earlier. So this is a leadership course, class. I don't really know what to call it, kind of in the middle. But you can sign up to be an LU Lead this fall. So you can learn how to lead a student organization or hold a leadership position. But you don't have to be in a student org to join LU Lead. You get some basic leadership skills as well. You can apply the skills that you learn in the LU Lead program to your future professional field. So a lot of jobs want to see what leadership skills you have and how you gained them. And doing this class can help you a lot because they'll see that you tried to better yourself and you wanted to learn more, and you have those skills. You can rely on connections built on the program to continue leadership development. So once again, you have more students to interact with, you have another network to reach out to, colleagues that you can call in the future. And then you can pass leadership skills on to future generations of leaders because you're learning these skills. And then if you join a student org and become an officer in a student org, you're going to train the people below you to then be that. And so it's just a little checks and balances thing. And then you can find that link on the NSLP website under the leadership certificate program. And that will be there. There's 4 different course times and selection options. So yeah, definitely do that. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to NSLP, but that's really another great way to get involved. And then homecoming, it's really late this year. It's in November, but I'm hoping that means it'll be cold and not hot like it was last year because it was in September last year and we were all sweating buckets. But this year it'll be November 2nd through the 7th, where we'll have a parade, tailgate during football. You can run for homecoming court, so king or queen. It's a lot of fun. Your student organization can have a float in the parade, or you can just a lot of options, or you can just go watch the parade. It's a lot of fun just to kind of see all the floats that people do depending on the theme of homecoming. And then if your parents were alum or family members are alum of Lamar, or if you know any alum at Lamar, it's a great time for them to come back and kind of see everything and, reminisce on the good old days. But it's a lot of fun. So definitely mark your calendars for homecoming week, November 2nd through the 7th. And that's another really great way to get involved on campus. Go to the football game if you like football. Sporting events, like I said, are always fun. And so I also wanted to talk about student engagement. So that's what we're housed under. And there's some other great ways that you can get involved. So housing and residence life fall under student engagement. And so if you live on campus, you would fall under that. And you can be, I think after your second year, you can be an RA. I don't know, but that's a way to get involved. Or you can join a Residence Hall Association, which is a student organization. So you get involved that way if you do live on campus. Career and professional development falls under here. That's a really great office that a lot of students forget about until right before they graduate, because they're like, oh, I need my resume. And they don't think that they could have been using their services the whole time they were at Lamar. So definitely reach out to them if you need help. They do resume critiquing. They can help you write a cover letter. They do a ton of job fairs for the different types of employers. You can do mock interviews with them. And then a lot of the different colleges have a specific career counselor to help you with your specific major and who you can contact and network and get internships with and things like that. So definitely reach out to them before you graduate or before you're right about to graduate. New Student Leadership Program, as you already know, puts on this lovely orientation, but they also oversee service learning and civic engagement, and they have many hats that they wear. Recreational sports falls under student engagement, so that's where our rec center is, and there's lots of fun opportunities. Definitely a place for you to go work out. They offer group fitness classes. We have a rock climbing wall. And then they also do team building exercises for student organizations as well. So lots of opportunities there. And then the Setzer Student Center, so that's kind of like the living room of campus. There's tons of lounge furniture everywhere. We have Chick-fil-A and Jason's Deli and Panda Express in here for you to eat at. A lot of students eat that during lunch and dinner on the week. It's usually really busy. And then we have a gaming room. So if you play, I don't know, PS4, Xbox, I'm not a gamer, any of those game things, we have a room that you can reserve. You just have to bring your own console, and it has really big TVs. And so that's a really fun thing for your friends and you to just kind of relax and chill and hang out and watch, have a big TV. And the chairs are super comfortable too. And you can also, during finals week, reserve rooms in our building for studying as well. And all of our rooms have whiteboards on them. And then the Student Health Center is a great thing that you should take advantage of. Probably a lot cheaper than going to the ER or urgent doc. Definitely reach out to them. They also offer a lot of different programs for education and things as well. And they always have really cool free swag too. I got a really nice pizza cutter from them one time. And then LUPD, University Police, falls under us. We have a very safe campus. There are always LUPD officers walking around. We have actual police officers that are registered with Beaumont. And then we also have what's called a CSO. And they are also officers that walk around. So it is an extremely safe campus, and they fall under student engagement as well. So one other thing that y'all can do is you can take our involvement quiz. It can help you kind of get started on finding an organization. We have a QR code on here, but if you can't find it, you can also go to our website, lamar.edu/student orgs, and you can find it there. But it's just kind of a way to help you just think, oh, I kind of am interested in sports clubs. What sports clubs do you have to offer? And you can go through there, and then one of my student staff will email you and reach out to you and see if we can help you contact that student organization right now. And then you can also visit our registered student organization page that's on our website right now. We have, in the fall, we will be launching a new student organization platform that will house all of this information, and you'll be getting an email once that's up and running. But for right now, all of our student organizations are housed on this website page. And so you can go see, it has all 150 plus of our student organizations. So it has their name and their mission. And then if you are interested in joining one of them, you can email our office and we can get you into contact with them so that you can join them. And then here's my contact information. If y'all want to give me a call or send me an email, I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Even if you think 3 days later, you're like, oh, I wish I would have asked that. Here's my contact information. You can email me or call me anytime. I'm here 8 to 5, so let me not say anytime. Yeah, so there y'all go. And that's all I've got.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Morgan. And real quick, since this was geared towards the transfer students, I just wanted to mention that we also have a transfer student association called Fresh Feathers that launched in the spring. And basically what they do is they just put on like about one event a month, and they're geared towards transfer students as a way to get to know each other. And they do stuff like a swag swap. So if you bring in a t-shirt from your old university and you give it to them, they will give you a free Lamar shirt. So that way we can help start build your collection. And it's just a really good way to meet other students. So they're going to have some stuff there. I know they're going to have an event during the week of welcome. And yeah, so just look towards that. Awesome. And so if you guys have any questions, you can say them now or chat Amber, so that way we can get those answered. Okay. And if you're good, then thank you very much for coming. Have a nice day. and see you guys later during the week of welcome.
Thank you.